I would argue that happiness is a positive evaluation of the abundance, variety, and the connectivity of the information in your life. But foremost, of course, happiness is a feeling. According to the Happiness Research Institute in Denmark, happiness is kind of the default setting when we believe that everything in our lives is more or less okay. In other words, happiness really is the sensation of well being. That might be offensively obvious just given the way that we use the word, but it becomes something exceedingly rational when you're reminded that we too are still membrane bound organisms constantly maintaining homeostasis. In this biomechanical lens, feelings are basically a purpose bred mechanism for guiding us towards well being. They help us determine whether we think some input is good or bad for us. The implication here, of course, is that feelings are evaluative by nature. So, if happiness is the sensation of well being and feeling happy means that we've determined we are doing well, how exactly do we evaluate well being? If we consider that the whole mechanism of happiness is adapted for homeostasis, obviously physical security and regularity are the primary tenets of well being. That said, our physical security is inextricably dependent on our environment. The ecosystems from which we gain life dependent resources and the societies that we build to maximize and protect them must themselves be secure and stable. Which raises the question, what makes an environment, a society, or any other kind of system secure and stable? Well, for one thing, there must be an abundance of stuff. In general systems theory, this is called redundancy, and it's considered a hallmark of resilient systems. Having more resources than you need allows the system to weather difficulty or detriment, and it makes the system more resilient through time. On the other hand, you definitely need to have a variety of stuff. Diversity is, of course, intrinsic to even having a system in the first place, but more importantly, having a variety of elements allows systems to adapt and evolve to meet changing needs and conditions, and even find new ways to thrive. Most essentially, though, connectivity is the life and blood of a system. If information is not flowing through various elements, the system stops. Conversely, the more the information flows between various parts, the more adept a system will be at identifying and responding to problems, and even synthesizing new information. These three properties, abundance, variety, and connectivity, they're not just hallmarks of resilient systems, but they're the reason that we exist. If you think about it, complex life is the result of a flourishing ecosystem, and these properties which make it flourish remain evident in our own biology. Consequently, I think that the experience of happiness and well being is about experiencing the conditions that make our own life possible. Experiencing abundance makes us feel secure. Experiencing variety makes us feel stimulated. And experiencing connectivity makes us feel significant. Together, these three sensations communicate to ourselves that we're doing okay, that we are well. This, I think, is the recipe for happiness. Of course, we can't just force people to feel secure, stimulated, and significant. The best that we can do is surround people with the conditions that are essential to those experiences. As long as we are designing for humanity, then, our job is to always create solutions that grant the environment greater abundance, greater variety, and greater connectivity.